Today is, what is today? Monday? Today is Monday, March 2nd, 2020.
So we're on Big Guana Cay.
We are going on a bit of an adventure.
We are getting ready to go and explore a couple caves, some hiking trails, and just see what else is on this island.
We understand that there's one or two caves, one or two freshwater pools, and a saltwater pool, and an odd rock formation right on the water's edge called Oven Rock. Oddly enough, it looks like a pizza oven.
It's pretty much a deserted island, same island as we were on, just 7 miles further south. And it's such a windy day, it's a good day to explore the land. So off we go.
I'm Jeff, that's my wife Heather, and our boat Destiny. After years of planning, we retired from our jobs, sold everything, and moved aboard our boat to explore this world and the people living in it. We're just getting started, and we invite you to join us as we travel by sea to distant lands where we'll experience new cultures, food, and sea life. Come aboard and let's go for a sail.
Trailhead, and I think we found it. So we found another cave in the Bahamas. Caves everywhere. This one isn't as open as the last one in Eleuthera, but it looks like a dark, deep hole in the ground. We are hoping there's no monsters or critters in there, but nothing ever bad happens in the cave, right?
I'm guessing there's some bats in there.
Bats? Yeah, we can deal with bats. I got a hat.
Okay, let's go do it.
Let's go explore. Let's see what's in there. probably not showing up in the videos, but there's really cool clear water down at the bottom of these caves. And now we're kind of wishing we brought our bathing suits. I thought it would be cold and damp in this cave. It's kind of damp, but it's not cold. It's kind of humid. And the water I thought would be very cold, but it's actually feels pretty comfortable.
Oh, there's that.
And there's bats. Of course, it's a cave, right? I hope there's no monsters in here. This is how horror movies start, in caves. Two explorers alone. They hear a noise, a rustling of rocks. It's so quiet, all you can hear is the drip, drip, drip of the water. Definitely wish I had my bathing suit. We survived! We survived the cave!
No, we're going to Oven Rocket.
Yeah, this is where they cook you after they catch you. It's the troll, the cave troll people, that is.
Okay, it's Tuesday, Wednesday. So it's Wednesday, February 26th, and we have just left Georgetown. We are headed for Gallic Cut.
With our visitors gone, Heather and I were ready to leave Georgetown. So, with a perfect weather window, we sailed north in the Exuma Sound to Dotham Cut, located just on the north side of Great Guana Cay, where we crossed over to the Exuma Bank.
So we're on our way. 6 weeks in Georgetown, and we are headed north. We enjoyed our stay, but it's crowded and it's very limiting as far as fishing and what you can do. You're also blocked on both ends by the ocean, so you really need settled weather to get out anywhere. We got a good window, so we figured this is time to head north. We really want to get back to the bank side of the Exuma chain, the shallow waters, where you're protected from the prevailing easterlies. You've got a lot of coral heads to go snorkel and dive on, and for the most part, it's not protected against fishing and diving. So whereas a lot of the areas in Georgetown, you can't take anything. So anyway, we're excited to be moving on. The winds were perfect for this 60-mile passage. We had 17 to 20 knot winds right on our stern, allowing us to fly the Spinnaker the whole way. So we're making great time. We're doing about 7 knots. We probably got about 15 knots of wind, but the Spinnaker is pulling us right along. As a matter of fact, we're going to get to our destination too early to go in with the right tide. So we changed our plan. We're going to head a little bit further north, and that should put us going through the cut at just the perfect time for the tide change. Can't get much better than this.
On a cruising boat, the dinghy is your car. You lose it, and not only have you taken a rather large financial hit, but you've also lost your transportation back and forth to shore. I've always been a bit perplexed about how often we hear reports on the VHF cruisers nets about people having lost their dinghies. I'd wonder, is it because their line broke? Or did their knot come undone? Or did an attachment point break? I don't know, but hopefully we'll never lose our dinghy. But we almost could have. After breakfast one morning, I walked out on deck and noticed the yellow polypropylene dinghy line floating detached from the dinghy. Fortunately, I've always made it a habit to tie the dinghy off with 2 separate lines, just in case. On one line, I used a snap shackle. Snap shackles are cool little doodads that make attaching a line to anything quick and simple. But apparently, they're subject to crevice corrosion in the stem of the swivel. As is common with crevice corrosion in stainless steel, there was no real outward indication that it was present. If we didn't have a second line on the dinghy, we would have been one of those unfortunate cruisers asking everyone else on the VHF to be on the lookout for our lost dinghy. We no longer trust snap shackles with swivels for anything. I believe acceptable alternatives would be snap shackles made without swivels or snap hooks. On a side note, I think I would be leery of the possibility of crevice corrosion affecting stainless steel anchor swivels as well. Located just west of Staniel Key is a fantastic underwater cave. It's teeming with fish such as yellowtail snapper, angelfish, and sergeant majors. The grotto's mystique is heightened by its small, almost hidden entrance. The grotto got its name from the 1965 James Bond movie Thunderball, which was shot there. It was also the site of another James Bond film, Never Say Never Again.